Sisters in sync, the tapestry of loss. Every loss deserves to be seen, heard and understood. Hosted by Hashana Knight and Marcia Bennett. Sisters in sync, the tapestry of loss. Every loss deserves to be seen, heard and understood. Hosted by Hashana Knight and Marcia Bennett. Sisters in sync.
Hello and welcome again to another episode of the Tapestry of Loss. I'm Hashana Knight.
I'm Marcia Bennett.
And we're happy to be back with you for another series today. And today we just want to give you a little bit of an update of what's happening so far with the Tapestry of Loss. We've had some very good response, some very good feedback, and people are really excited about what we are offering and intending on offering to them. So for the last 4 episodes, we looked at grief. We talked about disenfranchised grief. We talked about loss of identity, didn't we? And then
grieving a pet.
Grieving the pet.
Also grief itself.
And grief itself. And we realised that the more we delve into this topic about grief, we realise that there's so much, that it's like a kaleidoscope, isn't it, Mars?
Right.
So there's so much to it.
Vast and deep and wide. There's a lot. Yeah,
there is a lot that we hope that we can scratch the surface, really. And we don't profess to be experts. We're not here sitting as experts. We're not experts on the topic of grief.
We're sharing and supporting. Anyone that is experiencing any kind of loss, this is the place where you come, where we can share. And talk about it, discuss it, and so other people can realize that they're not alone.
That's right.
They're not alone in what they're experiencing.
And like we said from day one, we say that every grief deserves to be heard, seen and understood, whether we relate to them or not. People are going through so much. We live in a time where people are going through so much and they don't share because they think that people will think what they're going to say is stupid, or
I think that people feel like they're not given the time to grieve, especially those at work. You lose someone, and then the moment you lose someone, you're told you can have 1 day or 6 days, and you have to go back to work and be the person that you was before. So you do not even get the chance to deal with the emotions that comes up, and that includes losing your pet or anything significant. I was speaking to Shana not so long ago, just a couple of hours ago, about losing the diamond out of my ring, and I just sat there feeling so sad, not knowing how I was going to explain to my husband that this thing fell out. But I did find it, and it's going to go after the insurance repair, so I'm pleased with that. But it did make me feel really low in mood and wondering, that this can not be replaced. When you lose something that is significant and meaningful, or seeing someone that is that's irreplaceable.
Like you said, even trying to explain to your husband where you've lost that diamond, that special ring, but thank God you did find it. And there are so many different things that we can share when it comes to grief. Even to do with the animal, whilst we might not understand that or we can't relate to the sense because we don't have pets, but even though I got some report back I was saying to Marcia, someone was showing me the other day how a colleague of theirs lost a pet and returned to work and was really devastated about this loss of this pet, and the friend that has watched our videos, who subscribed, shared the video, Marcia, with this colleague at work, and it was just a blessing to that individual to say, well, they could relate to Marcia, who came and shared about the loss of her pet in our last series. So whilst there are some that don't understand it, can't relate to, there are others that it's a blessing, to them.
And want to talk about it, because in certain situation you're not allowed to talk either.
That's right.
Not every culture treat animals the same, and so for a culture that loves animals and treat them as a family member, they will understand when someone else has lost their pet. But for others who have the animals as maybe just to guard their houses and just leave them outside and not giving them the care, don't really feel the same.
Yeah.
The pets died and that's it.
Yeah.
But if it's your family that is in here that you've been nurturing and raising with your children, then when that pet died, that's a person that is gone from your family. So there is a big difference. And likewise, when it comes to grief as well, when you're losing someone, if that person has no significant meaning to you, you may feel a loss, but not that great a loss as if the person that is inside the member of your family or a very close friend. It's a different level, you know. You just go one day and that's it. One of my cousin, she's my second cousin, she passed away suddenly, and I'm feeling the grief, and I'm wondering and keep looking and keep thinking, how can someone be so young? How can someone just die so suddenly, so unexpectedly? But I don't believe I'm feeling it the way her sisters are. And likewise, I cannot tell her sisters, I cannot say to them, this is what I'm feeling right now, because they're probably feeling worse. So why should I burden them with my feeling when they've got a deeper pain, deeper loss, because they were inseparable, three of them together, inseparable, you know. So it has different impact on different people.
It would do, because like you said, I think each person that passes away, if it's a close relative to you, you're going to feel different from somebody else, you know. But it doesn't mean that you're not grieving, nevertheless.
No.
You know, and you have to give people time, give people space as well to grieve, you know. And sometimes we don't know what to say, what to do in those situations. But it's about just giving people time and just being there for them. And we know when you lose a loved one, if you've experienced that, it can be so devastating, you know, the journey from shock, you know, we talk about Kubler-Ross's
all the different stages that you go through, you know, one at a time,
and they're not linear, because somebody might, we were talking about this earlier on, I mean, we jumped around a little bit here, but we just kind of just wanted to give you an update before we actually, you know, go to our next episode. But even Kubler-Ross talks about 5 stages of grief, and some mention 7 stages of grief, and you have shock, denial, bargaining, acceptance,
anger,
and anger,
well, you know.
But you know, the reality is, for some people, the first stage might be acceptance. For myself, it was shock, knowing that I'd lost my daughter. That was just shock. I was in that place of shock. This is not real. And they say, don't they, that shock is a mechanism that protects you, you know.
Everything stands still for you, though.
That's
it
right.
becomes surreal. And you know, you're wondering, is that really true? Did that person just tell me that? You know, let me just go back and check. Let me just look in that person's face. You know, if you're by the bedside, let me just look to see if that person's going to breathe. You know, if there's any sign of life in them, he or she, and you know, you're just stunned. You know. And I think at that time as well, only your closest people can understand.
I don't think they can, though.
You don't.
I know. I don't. Well,
those are the ones who want with you.
When I said I don't think they can, because I think what it is, everybody grieves differently. So I know for myself, when I was in that place, and I'm still there, still coming
Yes.
through that journey. I didn't think about anybody else. I didn't think about my husband or
No.
my well, I said didn't think about them. Yes, they were there. My children,
Yeah.
my daughter and my son, who's with a sibling to my daughter that passed.
Yeah.
I was just caught up in that. I don't think I stopped to think about what they were thinking.
No.
I knew they were there and I knew they were grieving,
Yes.
but it was my daughter, it was my
That's
pain,
right.
it was my loss. And it was like I was just in this place. So
and
they were
see you.
yeah, but they were in their place
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
They were in their place as well. It's not till long after, probably even now, that I can sit back and think, oh my God, they were grieving as well.
And you're feeling guilty for not saying, how do you feel?
Yeah, yes.
How did you feel about it?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's really hard. I really believe that you never stop grieving.
No.
You come to a place where you can carry on living
Yeah.
and do things, but you never actually stop grieving. And I think sometimes also when it's a multiple grief,
Yeah, there's multiple
Then-
grief. Yeah.
then there's multiple grief.
Hi, Jam. So, yeah, as you were saying, yeah, you never get over it. Because for me, there's a part of me that's gone. Like
That's right,
It will never,
yes.
like a part of you that's gone, and you can't be
Can't be
replaced with
replaced.
nothing.
Can't be replaced.
You know.
It's readjusting your life with that emptiness.
Yeah.
Still
yeah,
there,
yeah.
no matter what. That emptiness is still there.
Yeah.
You can never forget that person.
No.
You know.
And then again, you say you can never forget that person, but again, sometimes people pass away, and people are, depend on the relationship, depend on the situation, circumstances. Some people are glad, I say glad, in terms of depend on the relationship, because some
they
people have
find
gone through some
peace.
horrific situations, and you know, they've gone through so much pain that they are not happy with the right word, but they come to a place where that pain of being enduring that person in their life when they're alive, you know what I mean? For now that person's no longer there. There's a kind of,
They go through the process, I think,
Yeah.
of grief, but then it may not last as long, you know, because they're out of the situation, and they probably wouldn't want it back, but they wouldn't wish that person gone.
Yeah.
So they will go through that process, and then the grieving process may be shorter for them. They have reasoning about how to come out of it, you know. I know he's gone or she's gone, but I have to remember that when they were here, they were treating me this way, or their behavior was this way, or there was, if it's a sickness, they were so ill, and I was being worn down. I couldn't manage. I wasn't getting any rest. I wasn't getting any sleep, and all the negative things that you can remember may help you to come to realize that it is probably for the best, not what you would have wanted, because we all have one journey, one passage on this earth, and no one deserves to go. No one deserves to go before their time. And then when this happens, you know, it's something that we have to just try, we try and manage and try and find reasons.
Yeah, they say it's adjusting to the new norm, isn't it? It's like a new norm, a new normal, because you know that person is no longer there, or that thing that we talked about, not just a person, you know, even moving on slightly from an individual in terms of sicknesses. You know, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and the individual, they've had to have surgery, and they've had like a stoma bag, and they now aren't able to move around as they used to move around, and you know, the independence, and so they now, majority of the time, they're at home on their own a lot of the time, and you hear them speak, you know, you hear how you know this person was quite full of life and vitality, and they were out and about. Now they are now in a place where their life has completely changed, and they are grieving, you know, because they look back at when I could have done, when I did this and I did that. Now they're in a place where life has changed completely, So sicknesses and diseases can put you in a place of
loss. A person may be living in a nice big house, and circumstances like loss of job, one partner or both, and before you know it, you can no longer afford your home. So you ended up losing so much. You probably not even going back home to your parents. So you know, a 1 bedroom, and find yourself struggling there, trying to live that kind of life, coming from somewhere else where you had probably a bedroom for everybody with a bathroom on it and all this elaborate stuff. You find yourself right back down to 1 or 2 little bedroom, trying to recover if you can't, because people do end up on the street.
I know.
After been living an elaborate lifestyle, people end up homeless.
And we see them on the street, don't we? We just think, oh, they're, down and out or whatever. But like you said, Marcia, some of these people were professionals. They had jobs, they had families, they had good homes, nice homes, cars, whatever. Had a nice life, and circumstances could be the loss of job, could be gone through a divorce or whatever. And such situations and circumstances, now they've ended up, unfortunately, on the street. And if we were to be able to stop and speak to some of these individuals and have a conversation with them, we'd find out it was some kind of loss where they've ended up where they are. So as we can see, Marcia, there's just so much to the tapestry of loss. There's just so much facets to it. And I know we kind of talking about person, like animal, a ring, illness, sickness, just to show you that and listening today, there's just so much that's involved in grief and loss, and nothing is without
taken for granted.
Nothing.
Yeah. And that's why we're inviting you as well to come along and join us and talk about your loss, talk about some of the things that you've experienced in life, that you could even advise others about how to cope. Menopause is one of those things.
Menopause is, brain fog. I think people talk about having brain fog,
losing your husband, losing your wife, losing your job, losing your best friend, moving from one place to the other. There's so many things.
Hair loss.
We just lose
there's
them.
There's just so much. Even things that we probably haven't even mentioned, that you're probably sitting there thinking or listening, thinking, what about this, what about that? If you have got any ideas or anything you'd like for us to explore or discuss, or you would like to come onto our program, onto our channel, to share, or like Marcia says, give some advice, or to be a voice of reasoning or explanation, we welcome you, because like we said, we are not experts, we don't know it all, and there's so much that we want to share and cover, because we want to be a voice to the people that are out there that are going through grief, and not having anyone to share with, or just thinking that what they're going through is insignificant.
That's right.
Because not a person.
And nobody wants to know. Nobody wants to know.
And that you find that, because people will say, how are you? And you say, the answer that they respond that they want to hear is, I'm well, I'm okay. But really you're dying inside.
To say, I'm well, I'm okay.
You know what I mean? Even something like, you're losing your independence, losing weight or gaining weight through illnesses, different allergies. There's so much allergies, that you have to change the way you eat, and you're missing all kind of things. There is just so much to this topic of loss, and we would just want you to like our program, subscribe, share, and come along.
Comment as well. Let us know.
Yeah, we really need you to subscribe. We really need you to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. Don't just listen and watch, but subscribe, because there's more coming. We've got more guests coming along. We don't want to give too much away right now, but we have got a lineup of guests coming to share on loads of different topics, and all to do with loss in one way or another. So please subscribe and share.
And if you subscribe YouTube, push it along as well.
Okay.
Share it more for us.
Did they do that?
See that it's good. Yeah.
Right. Well, I didn't know that, so that's good. So please
better
subscribe and share. A thing that we want to talk about as well, even today, is just to say that life is lifing, and so much is happening. Even in our community where we live, there's been so much grief recently. Much. Oh my Lord, there's so many people that have passed on, and our community is in a state of mourning and grieving. And so, if you can be a voice or an ear to someone who's going through grief, and sometimes you don't have the question, you don't know what to say, just to be a listening ear, isn't it, Mars?
Yeah. Anything you want us to talk about, be a listening please let us know. Yeah. And we'll share.
Yeah, just offer your time, just to be there for somebody. And it's not always about speaking either.
Your story matters.
You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, at this time, that sometimes there are people out there that are going through stuff, and they want somebody to speak to.
Yes.
You might not have the answers to give to them, but just be a listening ear. Just be a listening ear, because sometimes it's not what you say to them, it's what they want to say and pour out. And so, yes, just look around. Be the one that can just say, you know what? Don't just ask how they're doing. When you ask how you're doing, listen
to the response.
Yeah, to the response, and be there for them. We are excited about what's coming next on our next series. I don't know. Please, we want you to get in contact with us. You have a story. You know someone that's got a story that want to share about anything, any type of loss.
It counts.
We are willing to invite you onto our program, and we will have you to share with our listeners. I'm sure your story will help someone else, and that's what it's all about, isn't it, Marcia?
Right. Yeah.
Bringing hope to those who feel hopeless,
and creating a community.
Yeah.
Between us all.
Yeah.
Because we all have something in common.
Exactly.
That same experience of losing something.
Well, death is inevitable. It's going to come one day, or one day for sure. It might not affect you directly, but it might affect you indirectly. And so the Tapestry of Loss is here.
Sometimes if you have not experienced something that we talk about at that time, and it comes up later, maybe what we have to say today might be of help to you tomorrow. Or as you said that sister shared our video about pets. You may want to share it and say, here, listen to this is what is happening among us. So see what you can get from this. And if you want to speak to them directly, you can always try and contact them. Send them a message.
Share the videos. It might not be for you, this one, but it might be for somebody else. And so just share it, because you just don't know who you're going to be reaching. And we're hoping and praying that this podcast channel will reach many, many people, because we know grief is something that we can't get away from. We can't get away from it. So, but it's good to know there are people that want to share and offer support and be a listening ear to those that are going through. They say today for me and tomorrow for you, so yeah.
Okay.
So today, like I said, it was just an update. So thank you to all our viewers, subscribers. Please subscribe. We need you to subscribe so we can go to reach further afield. And we know that this will be a blessing to someone. So again,
don't forget to like, to share,
subscribe,
to
and comment even,
and comment. That's very important.
And again, if you'd like to be on our program, please reach out to us. No loss is too insignificant. We want to invite you along. You can come and share. I'm sure your story will be a blessing to someone else.
That's right.
So from me, Ashana, Bye-bye for now.
And from me, Marcia, we'll see you again soon. Blessings.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.